To know life, ye must know death. That's what we were talking about with every single sign. Whatever it does really good at, it also has that other side of it where it knows how to manage that too. That's the same way that we have to be. Where we really excel at, we have to be able to master the opposite of what that would be. And this is the key into that. It's letting us see how we master death specifically. And we mastered that with joy. That's why in all of the ancient cultures, when somebody's leaving, it's a celebration, not a funeral. I would advise once again that even when we're saying good morning in our mind, now that was set there because actually when you're coming into the day, you're coming into the more. The more means like you're mourning somebody, like something just died basically. And that was, let's say, the night. But people don't get it like that. They think that mourning means sadness. So it's best to just say good day. Because if you're celebrating the new time that's supposed to be coming in, but you're doing that by mourning, then you're mourning through celebration. So this would be, you're celebrating through mourning, and which is totally oxymoronic. And then, of course, when somebody dies, now everybody wears black, but the color of death is actually white and silver. And then from there, you see how if you don't know your own story, somebody will try to rewrite the story for you, and they'll write you out of the story. They'll write your benefits out of the will. So this is how, again, you reclaim your inheritance by bringing yourself back to life. You're no longer dead. This is why we were talking about going above even the Black's Law and the straw man and all that, and actually going into the higher kingdom and let the higher edicts and the higher decrees handle all those, give them the cease and desist. I'm going to the center of the ring. I don't got time to be processing no paperwork. I don't got time to be talking to nobody, no honorary folks that don't even know who I am and what kind of being I really am. I'll let the angels and all the rest of the messengers carry the messages to them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get into alignment with myself, and I'm going to come right into the center. I'm going to walk right up to the front doorstep of myself. I'm going to fling the doors open. I'm going to slam whoever is on the throne in place of me down to the Cossacks. And then I'm going to put everything else in its place. And then I'm going to let my land know, this is my body, that now the good Kahin, which is the king or the queen, the one who has a balance within themselves, rebus, hermaphroditic, Aphroditic, whatever you want to call it, is back on the throne. And now ready to actually let the top unite with the bottom, the upper unite with the lower kingdom, the snake unite with the bird. To remove these concepts of angels and demons and friction, which is time. So that way I can step into the realm of my ancestors, which is immortality, because they have the key to time. It doesn't mean that you cannot come back in here. It doesn't mean that you're leaving everybody. If it was the truth, it's always there. It just gives you passage. So that way you learn how to let it go. I only got to this knowledge and this wisdom at this stage because I was willing to let my other life go. That's literally what happened. I saw it did let me see I was going to lose it again. I was in this up and down, up and down. I'll get a lot of money, and then something happened. I would come down. I would get a lot of money, something happened, come down because of the actions and the things that I was carrying on, and things I was doing. And then I got caught at the peak. I was on top. I had the condos, the exotic cars, the lifestyle, the actors and stars, all of those different people, all in the nucleus. And then something said, hey, man, you about to fall again. And you just can't see the pattern. But we're not going to let you do this time. You got to get rid of this weight. Reverse the equation. You're so logical. You can figure out that if you, instead of losing everything, just gave it away, you would reverse the equation, right? Don't you believe in this? And then I had to go through 2 weeks of going from belief to knowing, continuously shocking me personally, myself with higher self. Chakra centers open, chakra shocking, getting shocked continuously about all this stuff that I didn't know as I'm walking through Atlanta, Georgia. All these underground connections and all of these different signs and symbols and things at night and Masonic lodges and all this stuff that I knew not. As my eyes were open, I was showed the other worlds and how, and the designers and those who have put different things in place, snares to even trap humanity. And then when I rose forth from that, all I could do is just get out of that. I just want to be by myself. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to look in anybody's eyes. When I look in your eyes, I can see every single thing that you cherish the most, because that is at the front of your frontal lobe. People keep what they cherish the most on the front of their mind when it's supposed to be in the holiest of holies, locked away. So, and then it wasn't even like you were reading minds. You were saying that everybody was thinking the same thing. What is the power of reading minds when everybody is thinking the same thing? You just don't want to tap in. So I had to come away from all of that. It was just me and an iguana for months. That's how shocking my experience was. I went from top Super Bowl night, Prince, Patti LaBelle, supercars and all that stuff, to gecko, cold shower, and view into the ocean in a small little hut that was like $200 a month. And I was content. I was like calculating. I was like, based on my equation, because I was at the logical side, I said, man, based on my equation, I can live out here for another 5 years and never have to return to the matrix. Great. I'm going to actually figure out a way to get off the entire planetary system, because basically what I just saw lets me know that not only that is possible, but even more. And that was the beginning of this 10 years ago. To realize also in that process that where are you going? Where are you going? Why are you always escaping from things all the time? Be here now. Be here for these beings and these people. Did you do your best at giving the knowledge away that was given to you? Look at where it took you. You don't think it could do that for somebody else? Let's see. If you can't even answer that question until you actually do it. Are you really about that life? Are you ready to toil into the garden? Even when it's reaping thorns and thistles, even when people are commenting and acting crazy about you, acting crazy on you, saying you did things that you had nothing to do with. Do you want to inherit the process of taking death into life is what the question is. And then, of course, when we accept that within ourselves, that's when we actually get somewhere and we move beyond what seems to be stumping quite a few beings. How to get beyond.